Laura here from Melodies of Light. I'm here to give you just a few more thoughts about being a chorister. The first one is think about where should your eyes be when you're leading the music. Do we want to have them buried in the hymn book? Okay, this is an obvious question, right? Or do we want to have them making eye contact and up, looking at the congregation? Of course, that's an obvious answer. We want our eyes to be up. But why is that? And why does it make such a difference? Well, I mean, you can think about when somebody's giving a talk and they're reading off something, how much are you able to connect with them and to connect to the message? It's harder. The same thing goes for when you're doing music up front. If your head is buried in the hymn book and they look up, they don't really get anything out of that exchange. That's okay. They still can get things out of the hymn. But if you are able to look up a lot of the time, and I'm not saying that you have to memorize every hymn, I oftentimes like to have my hymn book up nice and high. I'm 6'1", and so I oftentimes can't get the stand as high as I really would like it to be for me to feel really comfortable. So I oftentimes just hold my hymn book, and this one's a little bit smaller, so it's easier for me to just have it in my hand. So I like to have it up like this, not covering my face, but up high enough that I can see it easily and my eyes can go out, down, and it's very quick. I can reference it. Okay, so when I am conducting a hymn, I'm going to have to probably look down at least every line. Sometimes more if I don't know the hymn very well. But if I'm doing Nearer My God to Thee, there's a lot of repeated lines, and I don't need to be looking down all that often. So I'm going to show you, go ahead and conduct it with me. Why don't you try this? Grab your hymn book or your phone if you're using your phone. Get your hand ready for a pickup. I'll give you 3 counts and then we'll do a pickup and we'll do the first line and see how much you really need to look down. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Pickup. Nearer, my God, to Thee. Nearer to Thee. Interesting. I thought I might have needed to look down. Maybe if I was singing alto, maybe I would need to look down, but I didn't need to look down for those words, partly because I know the hymns so well. Newer hymns, again, you'll probably need to reference more, but even so, as much as you can, review the words before conducting and then try to look up as much as possible. The thing is, you are testifying in a very similar way that people do in testimony meeting, and you get to be up there for 3 to 4 hymns. So 3 to 4 minutes each, what is that? 12 minutes plus every single Sunday? Or if you're switching off, it might be twice a month or once a month. But what an opportunity to testify of Christ through your eyes and through your heart. Because really that's how it's communicated when we're singing the hymns and singing about Jesus Christ. That is a really special opportunity. I hope you'll think about that while we are working on technique and making sure that we have the fundamentals in place that are needed, what we're really trying to do is testify of Christ, and you get to do that with this calling. I hope you'll think about that.